Max Verstappen doesn't wait for a race to unfold. He takes control of it before turn 1 even arrives. While most Formula One drivers treat the race start as a moment of survival, Max treats it as an opportunity for domination. In those first few seconds when engines scream, clutches bite and chaos explodes behind the grid, Verstappen is already calculating outcomes. He isn't reacting, he's executing. And that's why time and time again we watch him gain positions instantly while rivals are still trying to understand what just happened. Race starts in Formula One are among the most complex and pressure-heavy moments in all of motorsport. Drivers have to manage clutch bite points, throttle modulation, wheel spin, traction control that no longer exists, changing grip levels and the unpredictable behaviour of cars around them, all within a few hundred metres. For most drivers, it's a delicate balancing act between aggression and caution. Push too hard and you bog down or spin the wheels. Play it safe and you get swallowed by the pack. Verstappen lives in the narrow space between those extremes, and he owns it. What separates Max Verstappen at the start isn't just reaction time. In fact, many drivers have lightning-fast reflexes. The real difference is anticipation. Max reads the start before the lights even go out. He studies the cars ahead, the grid slot grip, the rubber laid down on his side of the track, the camber of the road, and even how his rivals have launched in previous races. He knows who is aggressive, who is conservative, and who is likely to hesitate. By the time the lights go out, Max already has 2 or 3 scenarios mapped in his head, and he commits instantly to the best one. One of Max's greatest strengths is his clutch and throttle control during the launch phase. Modern F1 cars demand extreme precision at launch because drivers manually manage clutch release and throttle without traction control. Too much throttle and the rear wheels light up, too little and the engine bogs down. Verstappen has an uncanny ability to hit the perfect window, releasing the clutch smoothly while feeding in power just enough to maximize traction without triggering excessive wheel spin. This allows him to generate forward momentum earlier than rivals, even if they appear to get similar launches visually. But the launch itself is only half the story. What truly makes Verstappen deadly is what happens after the initial getaway. While many drivers lock their focus straight ahead, Max's awareness expands outward. He constantly scans peripheral gaps, not just left or right, but diagonally ahead. He spots openings that exist for fractions of a second and commits with total confidence. That's why you often see him place the car in positions that look impossible. Squeezing between 2 cars, switching lines mid-acceleration, or diving into a gap that others didn't even consider an option. This is where psychology plays a massive role. Verstappen's rivals know his reputation. They know he will commit. They know he won't back out easily. And that knowledge alone causes hesitation. At race starts, hesitation is fatal. When another driver second-guesses whether Max will yield, Max already has the advantage. He uses this psychological edge ruthlessly, positioning his car in ways that force rivals to help him by lifting, braking early, or choosing the wrong defensive line. Then comes turn 1, the moment where races are often won or lost. Most drivers approach turn 1 defensively, trying to avoid contact and survive the chaos. Max approaches it offensively, but intelligently. He understands weight transfer better than almost anyone on the grid. Under heavy braking, he uses subtle trail braking to rotate the car earlier, allowing him to cut tighter lines and still maintain control. This means he can brake later without overshooting the corner, placing his car exactly where it needs to be to either complete an overtake or set one up for the next corner. What makes this even more impressive is how Verstappen adapts his starts based on conditions. On low-grip tracks, he adjusts throttle application to prioritize stability. On high-grip circuits, he pushes the launch harder and focuses on aggressive positioning. In wet or mixed conditions, his advantage grows even larger. While others fear wheel spin and unpredictable grip, Max thrives in it. Another overlooked factor is Verstappen's understanding of momentum over position. He doesn't always aim to pass immediately. Sometimes he sacrifices a short-term gain to carry superior speed into the next sequence of corners. You'll often see him choose the outside line into turn 1, not because it's safer, but because it allows him to keep more speed and attack on corner exit. Rivals think they've defended successfully, only to find Max already alongside them by turn 2 or turn 3. This ability to think multiple corners ahead is pure race IQ. Verstappen doesn't see the start as a single event. He sees it as a chain reaction. Where the car is placed at turn 1 determines the angle for turn 2. That angle determines traction for the following straight, and that straight determines whether an overtake is inevitable. While others react corner by corner, Max plays the entire opening lap like a chess grandmaster, planning moves far in advance. His race starts also benefit massively from his deep connection with the Red Bull car. Red Bull traditionally builds cars with strong front-end responsiveness, allowing aggressive turn-in. Max exploits this by committing early to lines that other drivers physically can't take with their car setups. Teammates have often struggled to replicate this, not because the car is undrivable, but because it demands extreme confidence and precision at the limit of grip, something Max delivers instinctively. And then there's composure. Perhaps the most underrated aspect of Verstappen's race starts is how calm he remains under pressure. While others tense up, Max stays loose. His steering inputs remain smooth. His throttle application remains measured. His breathing stays controlled. This calmness allows him to make better decisions in the most chaotic moments. Moments where championships can be lost in seconds. Over time, this consistency has created a terrifying pattern. Rivals expect Verstappen to gain positions at the start, and that expectation alone alters how they race him. Some defend too aggressively and compromise their exit. Others back out to avoid contact. Either way, Max benefits. His reputation has become a self-fulfilling weapon. This is why Verstappen's race starts feel inevitable. It's not luck, it's not aggression for the sake of aggression. It's a precise blend of technical mastery, spatial awareness, psychological pressure, and long-term thinking. Every launch, every line choice, every squeeze into a gap is calculated, and once he's ahead, he doesn't give positions back easily. So when you watch Max Verstappen gain 2, 3, or even 5 positions in the opening moments of a race, understand this: you're not just watching fast reflexes. You're watching a driver who understands the physics, psychology, and strategy of race starts better than almost anyone in Formula One history. And until someone can match that complete package, rivals will keep guessing wrong. And Max Verstappen will keep winning races before they've even begun.